We fishing. By the way, this guy is just going crazy. He caught like literally I think he caught 2 fish while I was just sitting here like AFK. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get my water. Everything's gonna be fine. But here we are. Welcome in, everyone. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Welcome in, Bear. Welcome in, Knight. Welcome in, Roro. Welcome in, everyone. It's the Three Stooges. No, I'm kidding. But I hope you guys are doing well. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been looking at the Twitch stuff for viewership, and it's kind of making me. I start talking about Twitch and I immediately start coughing. I think they're trying to get to me. They're trying to kill me, guys. But I spent a good portion of today just like looking around and seeing, because like, for those who don't know, Twitch is currently going through like a viewer apocalypse. They had like this really bad issue where they had a lot of view bots, and they said, you know what, the way we fix this is that we're going to get rid of the view box, right? And then by doing that, they also destroyed like a bunch of player bases. And what I think is unfortunate is that like, it doesn't affect me because I'm a small streamer, right? Like I don't even have like, I don't, you know, like nothing really matters to me because I'm a small streamer, Andy, right? But it's like, it's literally killing Twitch, and it's kind of brutal. Like I literally think this is the calm before the storm of like the end of Twitch. 1,000 pages? That's insane, next door. What do you have to read or write 1,000 pages for? 1,000 is a lot. 1,000 is like, if you want to, that's like all day. Like, wake up in the morning at like 8 a.m. and stop reading at like 7 p.m. minimum. That sounds awful. I hope you're doing okay. I got a little bit, I'll be honest with you, I got very like demotivated. Cinder's response. Okay. I read a little bit more like into it off stream. I think Nano had a little bit to do with why the document was so egregiously bad, because the argument that has been made, and I think it's also true, is that Nano is one of those artists that just can't say no. Although I'm gonna be honest with you, apparently it was leaked that the fucking exclusivity deal with Cinder and Nano was gonna be $4 million fucking dollars. Cinder was going to pay Nano $4 million fucking dollars. Can you believe that? Like, can you believe that? $4 million. And Nano said no. What a fucking idiot. Like, do you know how much $4 million is? But Raz, it's gonna lock the IP. Bro, you never have to work another day in your life if you have $4 million. Like, let's be real here. If you just throw it in a fucking bank and don't do anything with it, you can live off the interest and you'll make more than 90% of Americans that are working 40 plus hours a week. Like, what do you mean? And I don't even think Nanolith is an American. So the US dollar goes even further. Now, obviously, that is hearsay. We don't know if that's true. But, like, I think it was Nano, or it was one of the people involved, like, that had, like, good authority. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you turned that down? Like, what? There's no way you were making anywhere near that money. You know? And it's like, okay, I understand, like, the principle. But it's like, most VTuber artists are, like, 20 years old or 30 years old. Like, they're like in their prime for working, and then like you get $4 million, then you could actually live your life, you know? It blows my mind. Yikes. I know, right? Like, that's something that like it really ticked me off about it, was like, how did you say no to that? Like, I don't know. I think about it and it's like, I understand not wanting to work with someone, but there's a moment where you have to make good business decisions, you know? I don't know. I guess I'm crashing out because it's just like $4 million fucking dollars. Anyway, hi Elliot. Welcome in next door. Hi Obnoxious. Yikes, I know, right? Okay, what's going on with this game? This game is stressing me out. I spent over 10 hours doing my IA just to find out a good portion of the data in the 2000s are gone. I don't know what an IA is, but I hope that's it. I literally just got home. My social battery is drained. I feel that. That's kind of where I'm at with Twitch. Like, I was working on stream stuff, and I saw a tweet come up where basically like it was talking about like viewership and all that. And the thing that sucks is that like I've been affected by it too. So for people who don't know, basically there's a thing right now where they're trying to get rid of bots, but it hasn't actually worked. And all it's really done is eliminated actual viewerships. So if you're a lurker, you're not getting counted. If you're a chatter, you're only being counted for some of the time. Like, it's really bad. And it's kind of at the point where I legitimately think it's going to kill the platform. Like, it's that bad, you know? And I got really demotivated from that. Because I was like, what is the point of streaming if I can't even accurately tell who's here? You know? Like, I don't look at view counts, but it's like, I look at the emails I get after every stream because I'm like, I want to see like, hey, was this a good stream or not? Did people click on it? Was this interesting? And it's like, now I have no metrics to rely on. Like, literally zero. And it's just like, it's really demotivating because it's like, how do you know how to improve on something if you don't know what's bad? You know? Like, how do you know to kick a ball further if you don't know how far you kick the ball in the first place? You know? How the fuck does that not kill a platform? It does. It literally does. And the thing that sucks is that, like, the alternative is fucking YouTube, which I hate. I'm going to be honest with you. I love streaming to it as a VOD platform, but I really don't like it as a streamer. I don't want to stream on Kick because everyone on Kick is political. Like, or, like, is into gambling or is, like, a 14-year-old child that believes he knows everything. Like, it's really bad. And then the other, like, all the other streaming websites, I don't even know what they are. You guys don't know what they are either. You know, like, let's be real about this. And I think what's really unfortunate is the reality that this is kind of what's happening. We're in a situation where, let me just be real here. You know, it's going to kill the platform. And the thing is that, like, I was hoping that within the first 2 weeks of them doing this, they would, you know, kind of back off on it. They would like, okay, we were wrong, and just kind of step back. Meow. Hi, Steph. But they haven't done it, and it's really bad because, like, I don't consider myself a big streamer by any mention of the things, but it's like, I like knowing how many people were here because I can't just ask you, hey, was the stream good? Because, like, yeah, some people will actually answer it, but generally speaking, like, it's not good information for me to make the stream better, right? So what I do is I look at, like, what were the peak concurrents? What was the amount of people that clicked on the stream? And because of the fact that they changed everything, it's no longer accurate. So you have no idea. What about Bilibili, even if it's a Chinese platform? Why would I want to... Okay. How do I word this? Just a moment. Hold on. There's a reason why Bilibili is not very popular in the West. There you go. That was my first thought. See, it's a good thought, but the problem is that I know a lot of it. Say it, come on, Raz. I'm going to be real with you. I don't really like working with Chinese companies. In my business line of work, like, it's always very dangerous. And it's like, you know, that may seem like a racist thing, but it's not, right? If someone stabs you in the back, right, and their name is Jeffrey, right, and Jeffrey stabs you in the back 9 times, and whenever you meet a Jeffrey, you're going to be, like, a little bit stressed out because you got trauma. It's simple as it is. And the thing as well is that, like, every Chinese company sells your shit. Like, every single one of them. And if you don't know this, I'm sorry that this is how you have to find out. And the reason why is because, like, they are just... If you think Americans are capitalists, you have never run into a Chinese businessman. They are insanely good at being a capitalist. Like, they are fucking amazing at it. But the problem is they don't care. Like, they don't have a lot of things that bind them. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's culture. Maybe it's just, like, me being an American. I don't know. But it's really bad. And the thing is that, like, the last thing I would want to do is put the money, the most important thing in all of life, the money of the stream, in charge of an entity that, in the event that they don't like me, they can just shut it down. Same thing with PayPal, by the way. PayPal's been doing some really sketchy stuff. It's just really funky, you know? Going to another country's platform can complicate things tax ways, no? Yeah, because then you get taxed on the... Well, it depends. That's a legal question, which I don't know, but generally speaking, like, they kind of just roll it in together. But yeah, it's difficult, you know? Anytime I get attached to a Chinese run game, I get disappointed, so I get it. Yeah, the problem is that there really isn't a place for refugees to go, right? Like, what happened originally is that there was, like, platforms like Crossfire, and there were a few other ones that were just kind of okay. They were shit, but they were okay. And then when Twitch popped up, well, it was Justin TV. When Justin TV popped up, which became Twitch, it was a massive change. But in the time from Twitch becoming basically the #1 place for streamers to where it is today, not really much has changed. Kick is literally just a green Twitch. A green Twitch that's more politicized. That's all it is. That's all it is. YouTube sucks. The only thing you can do on YouTube is stream, and you have emotes. I have tried repeatedly to figure out a way that I could do like all the things I do on Twitch on YouTube. I literally have looked at coding videos to do it, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. There's no way. Or if I wanted to do it, I'd have to pay someone. And then it would like clog up the chat because there would be chat bots everywhere. And it's like, God. What I'm trying to say here is that the platform is dying and there's nothing that I can do about it. And the sad fact is that like it's only going to get worse. And the sad thing is that there are going to be people who will come up with competitor sites and stuff, but the reality is they're not going to be very good. They're going to be very like average, and they're probably going to suck because they're not going to be like big guys. But what stuns me is that like I don't know how they're making any profit with Twitch. I mean, I know they're not. For those who don't know, Twitch has not made a positive, like a net income for Amazon in like 4 fucking years. Even through COVID, they didn't make any money. And I'm like, is this like a loss leader program for them? But it's just insane because... Hush. Like, it's just, there's so many things that they could do to make it good, but what the reason why streaming became big is because before streaming there was essentially TV, where basically every hour there was like 40 minutes to 30 minutes of advertisements that you had to sit through. And it was okay, it was nice because a lot of the times, you had time to go get a drink or go to the restroom or something, but everyone kind of hated it. When Twitch came around or Justin TV came around, ads weren't a thing. They didn't have sponsorships. So you literally could just watch someone play video games or do whatever for hours and not have to worry about it. Now, we're at a point now where basically it's nowhere near as bad as TV was, but it's basically the same. Like, I hate running 3 minutes of ads every hour. It sucks. It's so annoying. Why are you barking? Shut up. What's wrong with you? I don't know what he sees. But the thing that's frustrating, and there's already fish on, is that now it's the point where it's like TV again, where there really is no value in staying on the platform, but the problem is there's no platform to go to. Like, if there was a I'm so fucking... This is another reason I don't own a dog. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Also, hi, Roro. You drove 45 minutes to a stationary event and was hoping to see friends. It was a disaster. No parking. You got yelled at by this power-tripping lady on a golf cart and some husky security guard who was rude. Drove around a lot and got frustrated and cried. Jesus. That's insane. Why is the dog barking constantly? Shut up. Jesus Christ. A friend sent me a Reddit post and it was bad, lots of horrible experiences. I genuinely cannot believe that things can just go so badly. I'm glad that you're back. It seems like you're okay, but yeah, I 100% get that. Like, there's times where things happen and you just want to cry. Like, you ever have a bad day at work and you come home and you drop your fucking keys in front of the door and you want to just like shoot yourself in the head? It's, like, been there, done that. I drove to a big Japanese market because I didn't want it to feel like a waste of a trip. Yeah, that's what you got to do. If you have that experience, you got to like do something in the area to like make it up, like, oh, like what's here that I normally wouldn't get, you know what I mean? Like, it's just how I go. Like, that's what I would do. Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not want to listen to a dog bark constantly over and over, especially in a video game. I alt F4'd. Someone took a train for more than 3 hours and cried because she didn't get to buy anything and she had a ticket. That's horrific. I mean, that's kind of the catch-22 with a lot of events, though, is that, like, there's never a guarantee. Like, even if you're the first person there, that doesn't mean that you're going to get it, right? It just means that you know, there's a good chance that you'll be able to get something, but it's never a guarantee. And I think that really sucks, honestly. They charged 27 bucks. That's like, honestly, like that experience is kind of like how I feel with Twitch. Like that's how like emotionally I am about Twitch right now, because you know, there's people who pay subscriptions to the channel to not watch ads, right? And it's so expensive. It's like, it's so expensive just to have a sub on Twitch now. It used to just be like $5. And like $5, don't get me wrong, that's a lot of money, but like, it's not bad. And sure, like you could get turbo, right? But it's just, it's not worth it. And then it's like, okay, well, if you don't want to do that, you have to watch 3 minutes of ads. It sucks, right? So it's kind of like, it's like walking up and like spending 30 bucks on something and you're like, man, that's a waste, right? Because the thing that sucks is like, if you pay a sub for a channel, you don't have ads on that channel. You don't get it for anything else, which is one of the reasons why I tell you guys, make sure that you guys get Twitch Turbo instead of subbing to the channel. It's way better for you guys in the long run. Always will be. And I think that's the thing that really sucks about it, is like, it's just like, it's so frustrating. I'm glad they aren't getting rid of the Prime sub. I mean, the Prime sub is the lost leader for them. Oh, I didn't mean to tip you. Damn. Sweet spot upriver at Beaver Dam. Hang on, I'll scribble it on your map. Don't say I never gave you nothing. A new location. Whoa! Let's check it out. Maybe, I don't know. Ooh. Start from the right this time. I mean, I think the Prime sub is like the best thing. I have an ad blocker on desktop. I do too. But I still get ads anyway, because like they fixed it a lot. Like it's... The problem is that like for me personally is... I believe, honestly, a sub should be like $2, like $3, like $2.99, right? Like I feel like Twitch should make it to be like $3, right? A tier 2 should be like 5, and a tier 3 should be 10. I feel like that should be like the like cost for stuff. Because the thing is that like you're not getting anything in return from Twitch by buying a sub. The only thing that you do is you lose out on the capacity for the company to make money through ads. But it's weird. It's bullhead catfish. Bullhead catfish. Uh-oh. I feel like too, sometimes you might buy a sub and then the person falls off the face of the earth and is like, you waste your money. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why it's like, you know, even though I feel like my streams aren't that good, I do try to stream a lot, because it's like, I want you to get your money's worth, you know? Although I will say when Raz 2.0 comes out, like the sub will go much farther, because I'll have a lot more stuff. I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth, but I just want to say like my foot's there to be put in my mouth. Found my headphones, this Jim Bussy. I'm gonna get my brother some once I get start gonna pay. Hell yeah. But yeah, that's the other thing too, where it's like everything, like things are getting more expensive, right? Like it's not the case that like things are kind of like stabilizing. No, things are getting more expensive. Things are getting a little bit more frustrating. And I think that what's really frustrating is that like I have thought of ways to kind of bypass Twitch systems to basically have it go directly to me. But the problem is that like it's almost impossible to equalize the prospect of like, okay, what is equal to not watching ads every time you watch my stream? It's like, the Raz face transplant. I think you guys are gonna like it. If you don't, I'll be surprised. I'm gonna be dead ass. I'm gonna be surprised. I have a lot of things that I'm currently like struggling with in terms of like finalizing, but that's just kind of what happens when you're planning a 2.0. And obviously I'm within a budget. Holy shit. Trophy weight catch. So like there's only so much I can do, but I'm trying to do my best. But it's also like really stressful, because when I think about streaming, for a long time I never cared about like, oh, what happens if Twitch goes down, right? Like it's gonna be really difficult to, it's just, I guess it's just anxiety, I suppose, but it's just like, it's so frustrating, because like the thing about me, sorry, is that like I've told you guys from the get-go, if I ever feel like I'm gonna like, you know, all right, I'm out, like you guys are gonna know in advance. Like I'm not just gonna drop a random tweet in the middle of fucking nowhere and just do that. Stream on Twitter, that'd be awful. Now you have a little community that you have to shepherd to a new platform. Yeah, and it's like, don't get me wrong, like, I don't mind moving us from one platform to another. The problem is that I don't want to move you guys from a good position to a worse position, because you can't make that up. You can't, if I were to say, okay guys, we're going to stream on Kick now, I can't exactly offer you anything that would be able to make up for the shit that you would have to deal with by being on Kick. Would it, from a viewer perspective, be very different? No, not really. It's actually literally identical to Twitch in a lot of ways. But the thing is that, like, it's going to attract a lot of people. I mean, assuming, you know, I'm not saying that I attract a lot of people on stream, but, like, the new people that come in, a lot of them are going to be, like, more trolls and a little bit more, like, idiotic. Because, unfortunately, like, the average age on Twitch, I think, was, like, from 20s to 40s. And then on Kick, it's, like, teens to late 20s. And it's like, oh, boy. You know? So you have to kind of wiggle with that. But it's, the thing is that, like, I'm not trying to make this a business, but I'm also aware that people are not stupid and you guys aren't going to get, like, pushed around. Like, there's no way that anyone, and I would tell you guys if this happened, like, I would not in any way, shape, or form allow you guys to follow me to a shitty platform that has nothing to give you, you know? I would get called a fat ass if I was on Kick. Well, it's not even that. It's just that, like, Kick is a different culture. And the thing is that, like, there's a lot of things I don't like about Twitch culture, for sure. There's a lot of things. Like, I wish that there weren't such stringent rules on certain things. I wish we could be a little bit more, like, open on things and so on and so forth. But honestly, like, it sucks, but at the same time, like, it's not that bad. On Kick, however, there's way too many things that are just so annoyingly bad. And I'm not a say-so VTuber or a wholesome VTuber, but it's like, I kind of err on that side. So it's like, I don't want to deal with people coming in and asking me about, like, did you see Aiden Ross's stream? Oh my god, did you see Trainwrecks play slots for 24 hours? Like, no, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm sorry. And it's like, the other thing too is that I wouldn't stream on Kick anyway because they promote gambling. It's a conflict of interest. Now, if I got offered $4 million fucking bucks, would I stream on Kick? Oh, yeah! Oh, 100%! And we'd be balling out. I'd fucking make, like, an anime of, like, my lore video. Like how Vox Akama did, like, an hour-long video. Oh, you bet your fucking ass I would. You'd be like, Raz, you sold out. Damn right I did. Damn right. I never got that. I like, oh, you sold out. They're making millions of dollars. No shit. Like, none of us have seen $1 million in your bank account before. Imagine being able to know what that's like. You know what I mean? You turn into Iron Mouse level lore. Yeah, no, like I have basically how I think the Raz 2.0 debut is going to go. I have it all chronologically written out. The problem is that, like, I have to cut a lot of it because it's fucking expensive to do things. Like, it is unimaginably expensive to get things that you need for VTuber stuff, because in terms of what actually makes money as a VTuber, you know, let's lore videos, for example, since we were just talking about it. It doesn't make you any money. All the covers that artists do, they don't make you any money. Like, if you want to know how expensive things are, like, go onto VGen and look up, like, mixing services for singing. They're like $100 an hour. Right? Like, it's awful. It's so expensive. The art is super expensive. Yeah, like, art, like, and the thing is that, like, what's frustrating about it is not necessarily the cost, but the problem is that it doesn't add anything monetarily to the stream. So it's a constant loss in terms of the business of the stream, right? Now, if I had $4 million, right, I would not mind. I would get, like, an anime video, like a 30-minute video. I would literally make a fucking, like, I'd do a production and everything. You know, I'd get all this art, all these things, all these credible things. But the fact is, they're not going to make the stream any money. Will it make the brand better? Yeah, but it's like, let's be real here. It doesn't make any money. It's a loss. It's a literal loss to the channel. The thing, though, is that, like, the reason people do it is because they love it, right? They fucking love it. That's it. You know, like, a lot of artists, like, for example, like, great example, Issa Corva, right? Issa Corva does incredible covers, like, genuinely a fantastic artist. Not only that, but she spends a lot of time and effort mixing her own stuff and making videos and stuff. But she doesn't really make a lot of money from it. Now, I don't know that, but I know that, like, she's literally said, like, yeah, I don't do this because it makes me money. I do it because I really love singing. Like, you have to love it. Bad metaphor, but one I just came up with. Send it, Elliot. Kick reminds me of, oh wait, I see. Kick reminds me of middle school gym kickball, where everyone takes things seriously. When it's their turn and they fuck up, they get yelled at by, yeah, it's basically a COD lobby, but I'm too old for it. You know, it's like, but the thing about it is that when it doesn't matter whether you're like a full-time streamer or not. Like, you have to balance the budget. You have to feel like, okay, like what actually is good for the stream? Because let's say I spent, I don't know, $1,000 on a cursor pack, right? Very stupid, like, expense, right? But like, let's just say now cursor packs, fucking love them. You guys literally see me using Marie's, but I got it by watching Marie stream until I had 100,000 points. So like, I did earn it, I will say. But like, let's say I spent $1,000 on that. Besides the fact of actually having it, unless I sold it to you, which then it would take, you know, let's say I sold it for like $5, it would take like I don't know, like 500 people, or I don't know how to do math, like, to buy it in order to break even, you know? So in VTubing, that's the big con business-wise, is that if you're a face cam streamer, you don't need any of this shit. You just turn your camera on and you're done. You're good. Like, you don't even need stingers. Like, it's like, look at like face cam streamers. They don't have overlays. They don't have effect. They're very bare bones. Most of them use just the default shit on Stream Elements, right? It only take 200 to break even for that. I have 600 followers. It took me almost 2 years to get there. How am I going to make 200 sales? I mean, I like to think of myself as a consummate professional and an okay salesman, but that's asking a bit too much, you know? Plus, you can just buy a physical item instead of redeems, which are some silly yeah, like, and the thing is that, like, it's a balance, because I would love to say that, like, I would love to say that being a VTuber has a lot of advantages, and it does, but it just kind of pales in comparison to what you can get away with and what you can do with Facecam, right? Like, with VTubers, there's a lot of loaded expectations, right? Like, people expect a lore video, people expect really good emotes, people expect art, people expect overlays, they expect all this, right? You don't have that with regular, like, Facecam streamers, and that's the thing that's, like, that's just part of the trade, right? But what I think is stressful and frustrating is that where do you draw the line, you know? Like, where do you put it, you know? And this is not complaint, by the way. I'm not trying to say that this is like a, like, oh, yeah, wah, wah, wah. No, I'm just saying, like, this is what every VTuber has to deal with, because you have to think about what actually will be good for the stream, right? VTubing has advantages for anonymity, and you can polish your image. Yeah, for sure. I mean, me, like, for the latter, it's like, I'm just myself. I don't play a character. And even with Raz 2.0, it's still going to be me. It's just that I'm going to be playing into something. And you'll know what I mean. It'll be kayfabe, but of the best kind, in my opinion. And anonymity, yeah, that's like the only thing, really. I think that, like, what is nice, though, is despite the fact there are a lot of negative things, there's a lot of things that are changing, right? Like, the viewership is changing, the industry is changing. A lot of VTubers are starting to realize they make a lot of money when they do face cam streams. Look at Yui. She had a medical thing. She came back. She re-debuted with a new VTuber. Immediately did like a week worth of IRL content. You know? Fuck. Even I'm thinking about it, you know? I like how anytime you talk about Raz 2.0, it's always just UC. Yeah, because it's like, I'm very much so the person that, I think that for sure it's really annoying to be like, oh yeah, just wait guys, you'll see. Because, like, I would love to be like, okay, this day at this time, this is when you're going to see all of it. But the thing is that, like, I'm not an idiot. But the other thing is that, like, it is going to be worth it. For better or for worse, things have been taking longer simply because of the fact that, like, there's a lot going on. Which will be its own story, don't worry. Better be? Oh, it will be. Oh my god, yeah. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not even going to make that claim. I have a claim that I'm willing to stand by, but I'm not going to make it because I don't want to set expectations high. Yeah, but you also don't want to make false promises on accident. Yeah, because it's like, what I can say is that, like, you're obviously going to get a new Raz, right? Is it going to be different from Raz 1.0? Oh, absolutely. There's going to be some very difficult changes that people will have to get used to. But it's not going to be like, oh my god, like, your Raz is going from, like, white hair to now he's bald. Like, no, like, don't worry. Like, it's not going to be like so egregious that it'll be hard. Will it get some used to that you'll have to do? Yeah, sure, but it's fine. I hate drawing Asuka's clothing. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, there's a reason why you never see me below, like, my chest level. I don't hate Asuka's clothing, but it is definitely not my first choice. But this is also admittedly, like, it's a free model, right? And that's just how it goes. And I think that what's going to be nice is that even if I do disappoint insofar as, like, well, I disappoint myself with what I want to deliver, I think what's going to be really nice is that it's going to be really, really good to have my own IP, because then I can start doing things that I've been wanting to do for like literally 2 years, which I won't spoil because I'm not dumb. Someone I follow and have subbed for more than 2 years out of channel points redemption, it was 88,000 for VIP. Holy moly. I finally got it a few months ago, then one day recently disappeared. I asked all about it and was told that they decided to suddenly change the rules. Now you can only have it for 6 months. I thought that was kind of, yeah, like it takes more than 6 months to get the VIP. Why would you abruptly take it away from people who have had that prior to your rule change? I know it's not. Honestly, like, yeah, I agree with you. Because it's like, whenever I make rule changes, I always make sure to honor them. Like, for example, like, if it's the case that, like, I offered VIP for 100K or 88K or whatever, like, and I decided to change the rules, I would refund the redeem. Simple as. Or I would give them an equitable value of whatever that is, you know? Anytime someone redeems for over like 20K, I don't even bother looking at them. Wait, what do you mean by that? Wait, anytime someone has redeems for over... Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, there are definitely, like, for example, like, I think probably the best... Sorry, I'm just dumb obnoxious. That was my bad. But, like, the best example I have for an over 20K redeem is Marie has a cursor pack that is 100,000 channel points. And there's 2 versions. So you can, like... They're identical insofar as the only difference between the 2 packs is one has the hat and one doesn't, right? And I got both because I'm a real fan. But it was 100,000 points. It took me a while to get it, but I got it and now I use it forever. I want the cursor. I know, it's so good. And she streams a lot, so it's like it's kind of easy to get those points if you're just like very adamant on getting them, you know? The only one I found funny was for like 100K or something like that. You can end their stream. Oh my god, I would never do that, because it's like it would always happen on like the stream that I would not want to end. Ugh. Imagine like you get the stream where like Iron Mouse raids you, right? Like the stream where you can finally like get out there, put your name out there and see like, hey, like, you know, there's a lot of people that want to hang out with you. It's like, okay, end the stream. Like, you know. I have some that are high points because for me it's sending person a happy email. Yeah, it's like there's also, yeah, like Roro was saying, like people will do that if like they have to actually use real money to do it. Like, yeah, like Roro was saying, it's like some people will do like 100,000 channel points and then they'll like send actual mail with an actual item that actually costs money besides the like 76-cent stamp or whatever to send it via mail. If it's just a letter, right? Someone I know had a 1 million point redeem and I got it. Oh my god. Crazy. Stuff like that I could, yeah, because it's like you're getting something in return than just like that. Because it's like, I think that VIP for channel points is dangerous because of the fact that like there's only so many you can get. But the way that I would do it, I'm not going to do that. Well, maybe I will, who knows? But like there's only so many VIPs I can give out because there's a maximum for the channel. But it would just be like, okay, let's say everyone gets VIP, we have maxed out slots. Then the last person that redeemed it is fine, okay? But the first person who did it, let's say someone new comes by and redeems it. They lose it, the new guy gets it. So it's a constant door, right? That's how I would do it. So, like, yeah, you can keep your VIP for as long as someone else doesn't want your crown, you know? So it keeps you on your toes. One is a big happy mail package, so it's stationary things, yeah. And, like, a friend redeemed one for me last week and it was stationary, sent a lot because of... Yeah, and it's like, and I know for a fact you're not going to give them like just a little bit. Like you went all out, and I've seen the things that you've prepared for your friends. Like it is not cheap. Like that definitely, like it puts a dent in the wallet, you know. But that's because you love your friends, you know. I never knew some people did like physical stuff. That's neat. Yeah, it's like that's the thing that's interesting though, because it's like one of the fascinating things about streaming is the business aspect. And I know I've said numerous times before I'm never going to treat it like a business, but I like business. It's an interesting concept, so we're going to talk about it. Like, making a profit on, like, as a streamer is very difficult. Like, the margins are exceptionally thin because everyone knows it's not a consistent job. Like, 1 month people can just be like, nah, I'm not going to re-up my sub. And then all your income is gone, right? Or at least subs anyway, right? And then all the people that give donos and bits and all that stuff like that, like, that's not consistent. Some people just feel really kind one day and then they never do it again. And the thing about that is that it's lovely and it's wonderful, but it's like, it's nowhere near the same as like a regular 9 to 5, because you know, as long as you go to work, you get paid, right? But the thing is that a lot of people will offset that, what is it called? Uncertainty by like selling merchandise or having like deals they do with like doing sponsorships and stuff. But the thing is that like, that's become almost impossible nowadays, because if you look at Twitch's policies, like, for those of you who watch big streamers, you have also seen, like I have, they've been hit really hard with like viewer counts. Like, people who used to get 5,000 viewers, now they only pull 3 or 2. Hell, I've seen like some streamers that finally hit it to the point where they could actually be like full time at like 200-300 views, and then they go down to like 100, you know? And then the other thing is that, like, for those who don't know, the way sponsorships works is that the value that a company gives you is based upon the amount of viewership your channel has. So if they say like, oh, well, you're like, let's say you were a channel that pulled in 500 followers every stream, or sorry, 500 viewers every stream. If you're now only getting 100, you have lost literally 4 times the value of your channel, because Twitch is a fucking idiot, you know, especially when the economy is a bit shaky right now, donating streamers. And yeah, I mean, I think that the thing is that it's not so bad yet that we can't donate to streamers or anything like that. But the problem is that, like, Twitch is making it so that it's super expensive, right? Like, a sub is like $6 now. That's like, I still can't get over that. Like, I see like the subs that I have on channels, and I'm just like, I don't know if I can afford this, because it's just that bad, you know? And I'm thinking, like, if I'm thinking this, like, this is bad, you know? Also, hi, Zoo. If I was a fish, I'd seahorse because Mpreg. Yeah, that sounds about right. See, that's kind of what I would expect to see, like, every single stream on Kick. Hey, guys, Mpreg. But it's, yeah. Roro did a giveaway recently for friends and spent a lot on shipping. It was just a one-time celebration, so it was okay. Yeah, so, like, one-time things are fine, but it's the things that, like, really get to you, because what I hate the most is, I know of a lot of streamers and VTubers that, I mean, you guys don't know who they are, and honestly, like, I don't know/care about them enough to really know, like, all their stuff or who they are, but I know there are a ton of VTubers who have finally gone full-time. They've quit their jobs, they've decided, okay, I'm going to do streaming full-time. Now their viewership is like 1/3 of what it normally is, which is really bad for advertisements, because, by the way, ads also, like, it really depends on how you monetize it. I mean, for me, like, I don't make shit on advertisements, but, like, if you have a lot of viewers, you can play the game. But the thing is that, like, that's one truth. Then the other truth is that, like, if you want sponsorships, you're not going to be able to get anywhere near enough money, because you're not going to be valued at your true value. You're going to be valued at what Twitch thinks, because Twitch is stupid. It's so annoying. And what sucks is that, like, I have actually seen a lot of VTubers who went full-time, like, in December or January, that now are like, hey, guys, I gotta get a job. I can't make rent. Like, I literally, like, you know, they're living, like, literally paycheck to paycheck, and they're like, I gotta get a job. I'm like, fuck. Which is another reason why I said, like, I would never do streaming full-time. Maybe I would do a stint, like, maybe, like, 6 months while I went full-time, you know, and then in that time I was, like, applying to jobs or something. Maybe I went on, like, FMLA leave or some shit. I don't know. Like, there'd be something that I would do to, like, make that the case. But it's just, like, there's no way that people can really do full-time anymore. It used to be, like, in the 2010s, it used to be really easy to be full-time. You just needed a few hundred viewers. And then, like, the advertisements back in the day, like, they weren't anywhere near as, like, bitchy and, like, prima donna as they are now. So people were making really good money just on advertisements, not even on subs. Subs on top of it was great. Like, look at the people who made really good money during that time. Soda Poppin', NMP LOL, Asmongold, blah, blah, blah. They made hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? You know, it's crazy. Now it's like, you know, like, they're not even, like, I saw a leak where a well-known VTuber They didn't get doxxed, but they're like the amount they were like confiding in someone and the amount they leaked, like it got leaked. And it's like they're not even clearing 40 grand a year. And I'm like, what? You're a full-time streamer. You're able to pay all your rent, but you're not even clearing that. And then I think they also lived in like a high rent state. So like they're barely scraping by. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And like you're a big name VTuber. What the hell? You know, it's crazy. Place your VTuber in a hot tub, fully clothed, and with Lord Byron with the towel on top of his head with a cucumber in his face as a hot tub. I've actually thought of doing that before. Imagine if Raz has a cardboard cutout of his VTuber model to show doing daily tasks. You know, I think there's an argument to be made about like VTuber merch. The only VTuber merch I own is a Man I Love Fauna hat, and I have 3 of them. One to wear, one that's never coming out of the plastic, and one is a backup that also is currently still in the plastic. Right? And I don't know how I would feel about like owning my own merch. I mean, I know for a fact I would have to do like the productions like quality tests, like I'd have to have them. But would I have the final versions? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. 3 Lamau, yeah, because like Fauna's a Shinderu. She's gone. She's gone, guys. She graduated and then she got married, okay? It's a double whammy for me, all right? But yeah, no, it's like the only merchandise, well, okay, there's 2, actually. There was Fauna and then there was a guy named Stimpy. And I bought his hoodie because it was on sale. It was great. I've only bought YouTuber merch once, so I had to throw it away when he was revealed to be a kitty diddler at times. You know, if I supported a creator and I found out that they were like a person of bad, I wouldn't throw away the item. I would just put it in a box and be like, oh, I remember the good times before the dark times. You know, it's kind of like my best recommendation for like if you're dating someone and you break up with them, don't get rid of the things that you like, you like the special things and all that. Just put them in a box and just like tape it up. It's actually really nice because like you learn, like when you look at it, you're like, wow, okay, like this is actually really cool. It's like I have a literal like time box of who I was, how I felt, and everything like that. And it's like, holy crap, you know? Because whenever you get broken up with or you break up with someone or whatever the situation is, like you're absolutely gutted, right? Like you're just absolutely distraught. But then you look at it like years later and you're like, you know, hey, I'm glad that I had this opportunity. I'm glad that I had this time. And you know, hey, you're also like, damn, I'm really grateful that I'm not with this person anymore. That's why I refuse to delete like old Instagram posts and or my post cringy up memory. Yeah, it's the same thing. You know, it's a time capsule, you know? But yeah, it's really hard because for me personally, like there's this fine line of walking between like I want to have a lot of fun on stream, but I also want to do my best to grow it, you know? Because the whole thing that really makes it all worth it is you guys. You know, because of viewers like you, thank you. And the thing is that, like, I've noticed that I have a lot more fun whenever you guys are really engaged and you guys are really interested. But it's also really hard, you know? You know? It's hard to have a banger every time. You straight up deleted them, couldn't stand looking at them, nor knowing that I have them. Yeah, I mean, I feel that. I feel that. I remember, I remember there was a lot of things, like, because I'm a sentimental person, I like having, like, things to remember people by, even subconsciously. And I remember I wanted to destroy some of them, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hold back. I'm going to wait a year, and if I want to destroy them in a year, I'll destroy them. And then I was like, I'm really grateful I didn't do that. But yeah, it's like, you know, they're your ex for a reason, you know? I want to try scrapbooking when I'm older. I think it's worth it. I wouldn't do scrapbooking, but like, I think the worst I would do is like journaling. Just write like, hey, like, October 13th, 2025. You're gay. Like, like just some stupid shit, you know? Just like, all right, you know, I'm reading this in 2035. Like, all right, Raz of the past. My funeral will be in 2037, but you know, it is what it is. People don't print photos anymore, Sag. Yeah, like, I have, I like to, every now and again, I'll buy a few, like, photo frames, and I'll look up on, like, images on Google and stuff, or, like, Pixiv or something, and I'll, like, print something out that I really like. You know, like, I have a picture of Lucy from Cyberpunk 2077, like, on the wall, and she has David's jacket on. I'm looking at it right now. She has, like, David's jacket on, and she has, like, a tear in her eye. And it's just like, oh. Like, Cyberpunk 2077, man. What a fucking anime. Absolutely delicious. But, yeah, I mean, like, I think as well, you know, I'm the type of person that I don't like taking photos and stuff, but I'll, like, on my way home from work, I will take my phone out and I'll take a picture of the sunset. And I'll, like, be like, oh, today was a great sunset, you know? Or, like, at lunch, I'll see, like, a duck or a pigeon on the sidewalk, and I'll take a picture of the pigeon, right? Like, and I'm, like, years later, I'll be like, what the fuck is this? And I'll, like, think about it, I'm like, oh, I just thought this was cool. Like, that's the type of guy I am, you know? I like taking pictures of moon and stars, yeah. Stars are dope, the moon is dope. I don't have a camera that can capture either of them, so I mean, I take a picture, but they look like shit, but, I mean, my thing is, like, if I'm at, like, a very, like, specific meeting or a wedding or something, like, I'll take a photo to be like, oh, I remember being here. So that if I have dementia, I can be like, oh, I know where I am, you know? I don't get much stars anymore, but whenever I get a chance, I'll always take it. Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm the same way. Get in my boat. Yeah, boy. Let's head on back. Head on back, boy. Head on back, boy. Yeah, hold it. But you know, I'm very much so of the opinion nowadays, like, do I love the business aspect of, like, streaming? Absolutely. But I'm very much so like this dude and his dog on the boat. I just want to drive and fish, you know? I don't care about taxes. I don't care about profitability. I don't care, well, about any of that shit. I just want to chill and have fun, you know? And I think everyone here is the same way. Like, if everyone was afforded the opportunity where they had infinite money and all the money they wanted, like, they wouldn't do any, they wouldn't, like, spend it on, like, I mean, maybe you'd buy, like, a nice car or some shit, or maybe, I don't know. But, like, after that, like, you would just do simple shit. You'd, like, instead of going to work, like, you would go for walks or something. You know, like, everyone's very simple, I feel like. And I think that's kind of the dream, you know what I mean? Or at least that's how I see it. I have pictures of a Luna moth, super pretty little dude. I know, they're beautiful, aren't they? Luna moths. But that's also, you know, the thing is that, like, I don't treat streaming as a business, but I treat whenever there's a situation where you are in a position where you are willing to give money to the stream, I want to make sure you get your value worth, right? Even though, like, there's no expressment of, like, services in return for the donation because they're only donations. Like, I still feel like I should treat it as such, you know? The most expensive thing I'd buy with that money is probably PC or figures. Yeah, like, honestly, like, I think, like, after buying a house and, like, maybe a boat or, like, I don't know, like, ball out like white people do. Like, you know, like, something like that. Hi, Janae. Like, after that, like, you're just looking after, like, oh, like, find people that you love and all that stuff. Doing my stream check-ins at Hood's hanging while he's streaming. Let's go. Let's go. Hood has been streaming a lot, and it really like warms my heart to see, because, like, I remember when he started streaming, like how happy he was, and I was like, oh, he's definitely gonna stream a lot, and he's still streaming a lot. For better or for worse, in terms of, like, his energy, because I know how fucking tired I was every day when I was streaming 7 days a week. He wants to stream, like, all October. It makes me happy too. Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. I kept up 7 days a week for 6 and some change months. Never doing that again. That shit was tough. Fun, though. Very fun. I learned a lot. Your favorite photo on your phone is the flower that only blooms once a year that I got to see when I was back home on my grandparents' farm. I think, is it like a Japanese flower? I don't even remember. They don't like, oh, these fishes don't like me. Let me go this way. But you know, honestly, it's called Queen of the Night. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, okay. Is it like purple, like lilac? Or something? I don't know. Maybe I know what it is. It's white. Ah, fuck. Well, purple does make up white, so, like, I was technically right. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. But you know, there's a lot of things that frustrate me about streaming, because it's like I said, it's a thing where you can always become better. But I think what's really nice about that is, as long as you keep your head, like, in a good space, you can never really overthink it too much, right? Like, I've definitely had those moments where I was like, what if I actually became like a big streamer? I had that like thought a few times, and I'm like, I didn't even bother entertaining it. I don't think I've ever entertained that question longer than like a minute or two. I'd be like, oh, that'd be really nice, and then I'd be like really stressed out. Like, it'd be a blessing and a curse all at the same time. I saw it once more on this post on TikTok after my grandma died, and it really hit me. See, that's the best part. Like, whenever it hits you so hard, your heart goes doki doki, you know? If you became big, I would support from the side. Honestly, I feel like it's kind of the catch-22 with, like, streamers that you start, like, watching when they're small and they get big. Like, they're the same person, but they have to act differently in certain ways, because obviously they're bigger now, so they have to, like, play that game, you know? And it's not that it's disingenuous, but it feels different. It's kind of like, you know, your friend in high school that you always hung out with, and then, you know, you meet them in college and they're like, well, yes, I'm a frat bro, and you know, like they've changed, and not a bad thing. It's just like they've grown, you know? And the thing is that, like, it can be very off-putting, because there are some streamers who, you know, when they're small, they're very, like, they're perfect, right? But then whenever they get a little bit bigger, you know, they have changes because they're trying to continue the growth that they already have, right? And the thing is that, like, for me, my goal has always been, because I don't look at viewer count anyway. I have no idea. I only know whenever I'm, like, after an hour after stream, do I know how a stream went? Because I get an email telling me, like, hey, how did the stream go? And the only thing it tells me is the highest amount of viewers on the stream, the average, and then how many people clicked on the stream. That's it. So, like, I have a very limited amount of stuff. But I don't look at the view count, because it doesn't matter, and it's not accurate anyway. And especially nowadays, oh, it's not accurate at all. It sucks. A lot of the people I watched when they were small and became big, I'm pretty sure don't remember me anymore. I've made my mark anyway, so I can do this happily. I think the problem is that, like, I think you're wrong, because I think that, like, even if it's something minor, even if it's something like, I can't really think of something minor, but, like, for example, like, Marie randomly on one day was like, oh, you're like 1,642 years old. Now that's the canon age. Like, I can't really forget that. Can I forget all the animatics you've done? No. Right? Like, and I think that the reason why, like, we think that way, why we think like we're forgotten, is because we're not on the forefront of their mind. And, like, that's perfectly fine, right? But the thing is that, like, I remember very vividly, like, certain things that people do, and I'm just like, this is fucking cool. You know? And I don't like to think of myself as, like, having a really good memory, but there's something weird about my brain where, like, whenever people do cool shit, I always try to remember it, you know? Now, if you were like, well, Raz, what about me? Like, I'm probably not going to be good at, like, calling it on the spot, for sure. But if it's, like, what is it? Like, if it were the case that someone were to talk about it, like, I would remember, like, oh, yeah, that's how it came about, you know? No, I'm 100% sure Han didn't. Yeah, like, I feel like, generally speaking, if you've been with the streamer for, like, a month or two, they're going to remember something about you. Like, even if you don't do anything other than just, like, check in, right? They're gonna know you're there, right? Like, there's a lot of people who just, like, not a lot, but there are people who just, they get their tuna for Lord Byron and they just lurk. And they just chill. I know who they are. I'm not going to say who they are because I don't, you know, they're lurking, but, like, you know, I know who they are. You know, and it's really nice because it's like some people want to chat, some people want to listen, some people don't want to do either. It, you know, everyone gets to do their own thing. There was this one guy that did remember me that felt nice. Well, the other thing too, right, is one of the catch-22s with getting bigger is that it's a lot harder to talk individually to people. So one thing you'll notice is that, like, with smaller streamers, it's individual, like Nextdoor, Janae, etc., etc., etc. Like, it's really easy to talk to people individually because the chat isn't going a mile a minute, right? And also the content typically is kind of, in my opinion, stale. I'm fucking fishing, right? Like, this is the stream. But with the quote-unquote bigger streamers, they have to do more things to keep a broader and larger audience, and it's harder to have the one-on-ones. Which is why I've honestly, like, if I ever get to that point, I'll just do member streams. Like, I will just, like, literally all I will do is I will do, like, once a week where it'll be a member stream on YouTube or, well, YouTube and Twitch. So sub on Twitch or member on YouTube. And we'll just talk. Just literally spend, like, 2-3 hours just hanging out. Just so that people know, like, hey, like, Yeah, like your people. But that's what you see a lot of. Like a lot of streamers like Fauna, Nimi. When Fauna would do her normal streams, like it was kind of hard to, like, obviously you're never going to monopolize a streamer, like especially a big one like that one. But the thing is that, like, you know, there were still opportunities where you could do that because of how she treated chat and everything. But in the members stream, like all we were doing is talking. It was great. And ironically, in the member streams, I talked the least. You know? It's weird. No, he didn't get big. He's remained somewhat the same. I just didn't go to his streams in 4 years. I stopped watching Twitch in general. That's why me finding out some people I used to watch, and I had no idea when corporate. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah. It took him a bit, but it hit him and he got so hyped. Yeah, like, you know, okay. Great example for on my stream. There's a guy named Bloodsnake. And I think he works a corporate job and he travels a lot. And he used to show up to streams, and he never talked like a ton, but he would like hang out and talk, right? And then he got to a position where he was really busy, and he just like disappeared for 6 months. He didn't say anything, but he made it like sound like, oh yeah, like shit's gonna ramp up. And then what he does is, like, every few months or so, I'll see him check in and be like, hey, what's up? How's it going? I'm like, I'm doing great. How are you? And then he fucks off and does his thing. Like I remember, you know. Now, will I remember exactly what stream you came in on? No. Maybe unless it's like a special circumstance, I'll remember like the first stream you were here. But the thing is that, like, if you're able to remember it and you talk to me about it, I'm pretty sure I can remember. Right? Like, if you're like, oh yeah, hey Raz, I came here during the Soma era. Like, I would remember that. Soma was a great series to play. I loved Soma. Oh my god. I loved Soma so much. Oh. But, oh, that trout really wants me. Fish fear me. Oh, I got him. He's mine. Yeah. But yeah, it's weird because it's like, I feel personally that the VTuber sphere is kind of blowing up and it's getting a little bit too big. And I'm hoping that something happens where, like, it starts to shrink, because I'm not trying to say like, oh, tourists are ruining VTubing, but there's a lot of things that are changing that I wish wouldn't change, that don't need to change. And it's not like, oh, like, Raz, I hate change. No, it's like, why fix something when it's not broke, you know? My first impression of you was when you were playing Truck and Drive Sim and started crashing out. Damn, that was every Euro Truck Simulator stream next door. What do you mean? I was bitching about something every stream. Was that when I was bitching about, like, wind turbines? I remember that crash out. That was early. That was like first 3 or 4 months of my stream. Like, I'm pretty sure that's around the time. Get over here, you infernal fishy. I remember a lot of my first interactions because for some reason everyone has something to say. Wait, what does that mean? Everyone has something to say. Like, was it just like the things that you were like, when we were interacting, like there was just a lot of memorable moments? Like, it wasn't just like, you know, water cooler talk. It was like interesting, like, things that happened. No, you crashed into someone and started tweaking about like he was in the I mean, he was. I mean, he literally didn't see me and he just didn't get out of the way. I mean, what a fucking idiot, you know? Yep, yeah. It's like, I feel like there are moments on this stream where I say some of the funniest shit I've ever thought of in my entire life, completely off the cuff, and I don't know how to replicate that. Like, there are some streams that I will watch the VODs of because, like, I'm checking for quality assurance. Like, see, like, hey, like, how things are going. And I'll just, like, think of a joke, and I'm like, that's fucking funny. And then I'm like, how can I be this funny all the time? Yeah, Raz killing an entire family on the way to church. Shake my head. I still remember hitting that Volvo. It was great. I remember when I first met Cal, he told me something along the lines about how electrons don't exist. Yeah, because isn't technically electrons, like, they're not like physical things. Like, we just call them electrons because we don't have a better way of describing them or whatever. Weird. Weird. But it's okay, you know. But that's the thing that's wonky about, like, streaming is it's a constant battle of managing your expectations first and foremost. Second is pushing yourself to improve, because if you stay static, it's never good no matter what. And then the third thing is making sure that you're staying true to yourself and what you want to do rather than what you think people want you to do. And those all compare, like, at the same time are very difficult, you know? And the thing is that, like, you know, there's definitely something to be said about, like, some people have natural, like, benefits. Like, for example, like, if you're a female streamer and you have a really, like, soft and cute voice, like, you get, like, +7 charisma right off the bat, right? So you have to, like, play to your strengths, too. I first met Stebio when he did that bark thing. Oh, God. And what's nice, though, is that, like, even though, like, we get better as streamers and we become better entertainers and stuff, like, we're still the same people. It's so good. I'm still, like, I need to follow up with, like, Stebio on, like, how his Stebiothon went. Because, like, my September was so fucking busy. Like, I remember I would catch a few minutes of the stream and then I'm like, I'm so tired, I want to go sleep. Literally, everyone did something so wild when I first came in. I think that's how you have to, like, make first impressions, you know? Like, I think that it's difficult to... Because you don't want it to be gimmicky, right? Like, you don't want to force anything. Because, like, personally for me, like, there's definitely a desire whenever there's someone new who's in the stream. Like, I want to say something or do something to make it seem like they want to come back. But the thing is that, like, if you force it, it's not genuine. So I just do my best to be myself, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, whatever, you know? But sometimes, like, I'll just say random shit, and it's just, like, off the cuff, like, amazing. It happens every time I come into stream, and there's always something out of pocket. I mean, like, I definitely think that, like, my stream for sure, like, there's a lot of, like, I guess you could say, like, safe topics that don't really go too far. But then there's a moment where I just, like, I get on a tangent, and I'm just, like, I'm going to go all the way to the end, and I'm going to die on this hill. And you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that. These lures suck. We need to go buy new ones. I've just been casting. It's been so much fun just casting the rod. What can I say? I'm a simple man. When I first met Silky, she was still making foot jokes. Yeah, I remember she was talking to me about that. She was like, I need to stop. This is not good. Marie's gonna kill me. I'm like, I love how you're afraid of Marie. Like, that you're not doing it because you don't want to. You're doing it because you're afraid of Marie. And you know what? Honestly, like, respect. You know? Like, honestly, like, respect. But I think... Oh, man. Silky's one of those people that you just, like... You look at and you're like, man... I'm so glad that, like, I know who this person. This is so funny. It's so good. Let's buy all the lures. All the lures. We've maxed out our rod, guys. I remember exactly when she stopped, too. I mean, I will say, like, yeah, like, it wasn't exactly, like, best for optics. Sure, but it was fucking funny. Silky in general is just a funny person. Like, I remember, like, everyone telling me about, like, or people in TRD were like, you know, Marie and Jupiter and all them were like, oh, this is how Silky is. And I'm like, I don't believe you. Like, there's no way this person actually exists. And then, like, I remember very vividly just kind of going, like, at, like, everything she would say on occasion, I'm just like, this is incredible. Like, this is perfect. And what annoys me is that, like, she doesn't stream a lot. And it annoys me because I'm always streaming when she is, so I have to catch the VOD, and it's like, It's rough. Crepes are bread, you know. Yes, you get it. She was doing a collab with Marie, said one foot joke. Marie got mad. She cried to chat going, Marie banned me from foot jokes and didn't do a single one of front. Yeah. I mean, like, admittedly, because, like, she's a teacher, right? So, like, she's constantly in front of, like, brain rot children. So it's just, like... you know, like, let's be real here. She's just constantly, like, in front of that all the time. Obviously, she's gonna make those, like, jokes. Middle school, too. I don't remember what grade she teaches, but, like, yeah, it's just, like... It's so rough. Horrible years to be a teacher. I mean, she's good at it. But, like, I also, like, I find it funny because it's, like... Middle school humor is, like, so anti-say-so. Like, it's so, like, despite, I wish that I could be like, I wish I could be like other VTubers that just talk about, like, oh my god, like, foot fungus and like putting their feet on other people and like, oh my god, sex, you know. But I will say I do enjoy the fact of like, whenever you're in this weird uncanny valley of like say so / say sorta, you know, you have to really make jokes that are double entendres. Like if for a normal person they won't, like, it won't be a problem, but you know, if you know, you know. But it's hard to make those jokes. Like, there's a lot of jokes I've wanted to make that are funny as fuck, like hilarious. But it's like, I don't really want to make those jokes, you know, because it opens the door. Like, it's not that I don't want to make those jokes because like they're like not say so. I just don't want to make the jokes because people make it weird. Every time I get reminded she's a teacher, I imagine Silky and her model in a 7th grade classroom with a bunch of kids and both are throwing brain rot stuff. Yeah, that's basically Silky. Yeah, that's her. 100%. I think, like, more than anything else, it's just fascinating that, you know, like, Silky's a teacher, Marie's a linguist, Jupiter is a physicist. Like, I don't know what Kama said her job was, but whatever Kama, like, they're all from different walks of life, but they all, like, they're all idols. It's so funny. And then I imagine her feeding them lies, like how crepes are bred. Yeah, it's like, you know, the next generation of America is kind of screwed if that's what they're being taught. Crepes are bred. Bad, bad, bad. Bad, bad, bad. I wonder what I need to catch these itty bitty guys. I think it's just the rod, I think. And then her accidentally letting us slip that she streams. Oh, did she do that? I think I remember her saying that too. Yeah, it's like, I've always thought about like, what is the standard operating procedure if everyone in my family, everyone at work, and everyone I know IRL found out I'm a streamer and that I'm a VTuber? Like, what would be, like, the reaction? And short of putting a gun in my mouth, I haven't really gotten very far. She once told her class she plays Roblox. Yeah, it's like, I could never imagine telling someone that, like, I don't even let people know that at work that I play video games, right? Like, I play Koi. It's so interesting to me. Because, like, don't get me wrong, it's like, I think that you should definitely have some personality, but I just don't like people knowing stuff about me, you know? Like, whenever people say, like, oh, what do you know about Raz? Oh, I know that he clocks in at work at time and he leaves at 5 p.m. Okay. I can imagine telling your friends you stream. Yeah, like, that's easy. Like, that's, if you're not cool with telling your friends, it's because of the fact that you're just uncomfortable, and that's okay. That's fine. But I think that it's completely unnecessary for the most part, because the worst they can say is, like, really? All right, whatever. And just, like, not give a shit. Like, I mean, obviously they'd be like, why a VTuber? Ew, wow, you're a weirdo. But, like, yeah, like, you know if your friends would do that or not. And if they do that, they're not really your friends, are they? You know? It's really hard telling them to go by your online name, though. I mean, to be honest with you, like, Bear, for example, right? Like, I still call Bear his quote-unquote dead name off stream, because that's who he is. Like, I know his first name, I know all this, like, I could, but I'm never gonna call him that, you know? But it's like, you know, fuck you, the one time you're actually on stream, you son of a bitch, fuck you, it's fine. My name has been doxed on multiple occasions because my friends forget to call me Yuri. Yeah, it's like, that's the thing, though, because it's you have to train them, you know? Like, if you have, like, the thing that I find will probably be the hardest for, like, having friends on stream is, like, letting them, like, hey, you can't say slurs. Or whatever the case is. Like, you can't use slurs. So, like, you have to, like, train them. Like, be like, okay, just don't do it for, like, a week and see how you can do it. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm racist. Or some shit, you know? But generally speaking, for the most part, like, it's just the case that I feel like a lot of people don't recognize that streaming is, like, a performative thing. and they just think like, oh, you're gonna play video games with extra steps. Like, I feel like a lot of people are like that. And it's like, I get it, but it's also like, really? Really? You know? Just feels a bit disingenuous, you know? I want to catch some fishes! I don't think they want me. Such. But, yeah, it's like... there's a lot of complications when it comes to streaming, right? There's a lot of things to consider. There's a lot of things that can be stressful and frustrating. But part of that is navigating it. And, you know, like, I haven't been doxxed yet. And I just hope that if I ever do get doxxed, people are chill about it, you know? Like, there's a lot of VTubers that I've seen get doxxed, and, like, it doesn't affect their lives. It's just like, oh, people know who you are now. And it's like, 99% of people, they'll just, like, find out the information, and they'll be like, okay, cool, I know that now. Whatever, I don't care. It's just like, and they're cool about it. But it's the malicious people that I'm like, ugh, you know what I mean? Someone I know who used to stream doxed himself because he asked me about the homework and then went on a rant to me about how our teacher sucks and how he should move schools. Dropped both his name, his street, and city. Yeah. They're not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed, huh? You live at 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. Doxing yourself. Nemo is such a good movie. Wait, where's the, like, first place? Nope. Was it here? Ah, that's right. It's this place. Ah, it's so beautiful. This game is so beautiful. But yeah, it's like, you know, that's the thing that's nice about being a small streamer, though, is that, like, you can get away with a lot of stuff. Like me, I don't really push the envelope, like, at all, really. Like, there's definitely times where I go a little bit, like, close to the line, but I never get, like, no one's gonna be able to push me over it. You know what I mean? But the thing is that, like, the time to be explorative, the time to be, like, extremely, like, ballsy is when you're a small streamer. Because then you figure out what works and what doesn't, you know? Because I feel like if you're like me and you don't really, like, you don't ball out in the sense that, like, you don't really push the envelope, then if you happen to get big, like, you never know what's too much, right? But me, like, I'm always very controlled. I never really go too far ever under any circumstance. So it's a catch-22, right? Hi, JG, welcome in. How are you? Oh, I forgot what was the lure we used for these guys. I think it was the Jiggly Jiggly. There it is, spinnerbait. Doing good? Let's go. We're just fishing. That's all we're doing. We're just fishing. Still a bit sick, though? Yeah, I was actually going to ask, like, are you doing better? Are you feeling better? It took me 5 days to get to a point where, like, my nose wasn't constantly, like... I mean, even now, like, I'm a little bit congested. It's kind of wild. Oh, come on up, Bessie. You're mine now. You're mine now, girl. Come here. Yeah. Tiger trout. I might get even more sick. Why? What do you mean? Stop it. Sleep. Rest. It started snowing? Heater! Heater! I've been sick for almost 2 weeks. You should probably go to a doctor at that point. If it's been 2 weeks. Because you may need, like, amoxicillin or something. Like antibiotics or some shit. My rule is, like, after 2 weeks, hospital. Or ER, should I say. Yeah, because it's like, I've never been sick, like, everyone's kind of had the same thing, where it's like, it starts as a scratchy throat, and then you go to sleep, you wake up, and, like, your entire fucking face is screwed. Like, you can't breathe, you know, you're tired, you're like, no headache, but it's just like, you know, and I've never been sick like that before. So, like, it's definitely new for all of us. But it's just like, yeah, the sore throat's honestly the worst part of it. But in all sincerity, I think that, like, yeah, for sure, like, going to the, like, after 2 weeks, if it's still getting you, like, yeah, I think that, yeah, you ought to at least go to the ER. Like, wear an N95 mask, you know, go to the ER, get it checked out, or like a not ER, but go to like a doctor's office, you know. Like, you're not gonna die. It's just like, it's really inconveniencing. That's about it. But yeah, it's like, it's weird because, in my opinion at least, like, I'm coughing because I'm not drinking water, which I'm doing right now. I talk too fucking much on stream. I need to find a way to say less, but more. You know? That's the true skill. Oh, yummy. Easy pickings. Oh yeah, I got saved. Hell yeah. Oh man. Not gonna lie though, I've been thinking about changing my streaming days, because like you guys know, before I got my new job that I streamed Wednesday to Sunday, and I feel like, oh, that scared the hell out of me. Hi Gio, welcome in. How are you? You were doing just chatting. What were you chatting about? What were you just chatting about? Were you chatting about fish, perhaps? Well, welcome in, Geo and Raiders. Hopefully you guys are doing great. Welcome in. If you need to raid and run, feel free. I'm Raztavi. I am the man who does not stop talking. There you go. That's my intro. Hopefully you like it. If not, then watch some fishing. We're having some fun. Hey, how are you doing? It says I was chatting. Yeah, it says you were just chatting. So the way the system works is that like it'll show what your last category was before you were streaming. So like if you were playing if you're playing like No Man's Sky, right? And then you changed it before you ended stream to just chatting, it'll show you playing saying just chatting. So maybe you were doing No Man's Sky, maybe you were doing just chatting, maybe you were playing Dance Dance Revolution. Who am I to know? But either way, welcome in. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you had a good stream. Hopefully you should take a moment if you're gonna hang out to get some water, something to eat. Maybe, may I suggest something like a face mask or something? I don't know. BRB, have a good one, BRB. Have a good BRB next door. The data is only screwed for 1 out of the 4 data sets. Oh yay, fun. Very fun. Next door will prevail, I believe. But yeah, what were you doing? What were you up to? We are doing a very calm Sunday stream. I literally, as you rated in, I was thinking about, like, you know, I was talking about, you know, changing my streaming days. Because prior to getting my new job, I streamed Wednesday to Sunday. So, like, I was streaming 5 days a week. And I'm thinking of, like, changing it around to where I don't stream as much, but I'm more spread out, you know? I was doing Ultimate Custom Night. I thought I had put it correctly. It happens. It happens. But did you have fun? That's all that matters. That's all that matters. I'm hoping you did. And even if you didn't have fun, streaming is still fun by itself. Even if it's a little bit funky. Oh, man. But welcome in. Thank you for entrusting your raiders here. Thank you for entrusting your stream here. I will be a good counselor and a good Samaritan. I will keep them safe. Ah, fishing. I love fishing. Fishing is so fun. Ah, they don't want to play fish with me anymore. I gotta get the big boy out. What raiders? I get so little viewers, I basically solo raid. Well, keep in mind, like, let's be real, dude. Like, with the Twitch apocalypse right now with viewerships, you have no idea how many people are actually there. So, like, even whenever it says, like, whatever the value is of how many you rated, that doesn't mean that's the true value. Twitch is weird. It doesn't count people, even though it should. It's silly. It sucks. So I would not worry about that. Plus, I treat all raids equally, so it doesn't matter how many or who. I'm still gonna welcome everyone the same way because I'm happy that everyone's here. But also remember, Little is how you get to being big. You have to be little to become big. Have you been keeping up with like the Twitch drama with like viewer counts and bots and all that stuff, or have you been like smart and not paid attention to the BS? I've been a little bit too like nosy, so that's a bit of an L on my part, to be honest. I should have just ignored it. Oh, that fishy wants it. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get it. We got it. Get in my boat. Get in my boat, Bessie. Come on. This one's gonna be a fighter. Hey, but we got him. Hihi. Northern pike. Yeah. Whee! But I have been thinking about it, because it's like I want to, because one of the things that's stressful about streaming is I feel like I'm the type of streamer that I can do like 2 or 3 streams a week and I can make those 2 or 3 streams really fucking good. But the problem is that like it requires a lot of planning. And the other thing is like I want to do like videos and stuff, but they take forever. And it's like I wish I could say like the moment I get home I can just like work on them, but I need to like also keep in mind like I'm a human being. I need to rest, you know? And it's like I have to make sure that I'm taking care of myself, because it's like I can't take care of other people if I don't take care of myself, you know? I have no clue what drama you're talking about. My only source of outside news is YouTube. Honestly, very based. I wish more people were like you, and I wish I were like you. Very smart. But yeah, I think the thing that's really nice about content creation is that once you kind of figure out the things that you like to do and the things that make you happy, you can just do them over and over, and then the people that are supposed to find you will find you. With me, it's like, I think honestly my deficiency is I need to come up with like templates and stuff to make my stuff more efficient. You know, I feel like, because I don't like being inefficient, and I'm very rarely inefficient on stuff. So whenever I am actually inefficient, it's like, it drives me crazy. But I think like, there's going to be a point where like I Stockholm syndrome and I become like, I enjoy editing, and then eventually I become good at it, you know? That's the goal. The goal is to become good at it by Stockholming myself. Can you believe it's already Sunday? Some of you guys are at work. Which honestly, like, I wish, I'm gonna be real with you. One of the negative things about my new job is that I can't really like watch streams while I work. It's not like they're gonna come up and be like, oh, you can't do that. It's just like, I don't want to have to explain why I'm watching Marie's study stream, right? Like, it's just one of those things, and it's like, because like at my old gig, I could watch streams and like, not a big deal at all. And it was easy to hide it. But yeah, just changing the side of the boat with the cursor with the fish cane, flip the boat. I hope not. I paid a lot of money for this boat, man. I don't want to lose it. It's so good. Oh. My phone will decide when stream ends, and it looks like we're at 10% battery already. Sag. But yeah, I feel like I'm the type of streamer that like I can do 2 or 3 streams a week. And like I'll you know what? I'll try it. Okay. And then like other than that, it's just like I'm not that good. It's weird. Let me catch a big one and let's see if I can do it. If I catch a fish and I switch it, can I like, that'd be scary, because we're also hunting for big boys like this one. Or, oh, that's a big one. He does not care about it though. He does not care about it at all. Oh, he cares about it. Oh, there we go. Come on. Get on. Come on, fishy. Okay. The only thing I can do when I have a fish on is I can just, like, I can throw it back into the water, or I can get it. Phrasing, Raz? No, my phrasing is perfect. It's fine. Don't worry about it. All I know is how to fish, and that's what I'm doing. I fish. I am the one who fishes. Oh. Oh, he doesn't seem excited. Oh, he's excited about it. I'm blocking the screen. Oh, 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 you got it. We're good. We got another fish on. Amazing. I'm gonna put myself over here. Seems like all the fish is on the right side. Woo! Look at that fishy. Making some good money. I will say though, I love this game. Like, it's just, there's something about this game that just really tickles the mind. It's not hard, it's not annoying, it's just nice and simple, you know? Also, try being me and having a 3D model tracking on streaming end of game. Rest in peace your PC. Like, that's the only thing that I'm very, like, happy that I'm not, like doing VR stuff, because it's, like, the amount of effort and, like, annoyance to just get it all working, like, all at once is so stressful. And it's just like, oh, like, it's so expensive, and then it's, like, really complicated. I'm just like, oh, kudos. Oh, PC, I have a crappy laptop. That's incredible. You're able to do that with a crappy laptop. That's just how good you are. I'm lucky. I balled out, and I got, like, a really good computer. But I don't use it for any. I'm playing a pixel game with it, okay? I have a 4090 in this computer, liquid cooled 4090, and I'm fishing in a fucking pixel game. Ah, life is good. What can I say? Life is good. But 3D model with tracking streaming in a game is actually impressive, not even gonna lie. Like, my high school has the same laptops. You got a Chromebook? Bro, you got to get your bread up. You got to get your own PC. Your life will change, trust me. For the best. I guarantee it. If you doubt me, I'll bet you money. I'll bet you like 20 bucks. Come on. You know you want the bait. Ah, okay. Rainbow trout. No, it's a Dell and it is my own. Ooh. Yeah, I hate laptops. The only laptop I like is a MacBook. But I don't use it for gaming. I use it for work. Where'd the big guy go? Where did he go? This game is so pretty. I want a computer tower so bad. Trust me, like, if you can just save up $1,000, you can get a computer that'll last you like 5 to 10 years. I guarantee it. Oh, it'll like land on the. Ah, it did land there. Let's see, where is the big boy? Where is the big boy? There was a big one here. Where did he go? See, the fishing can makes your boat turn around? Really? The only thing I can do is, like, I can change the side. I don't know. I'm tripping. I'm guessing I can't. I'm guessing he probably went to the other side of the lake. Yeah, that's what it was. He went to the other side. I gotta reel this up and go catch him. Oh, you knew? Well, I don't know if I didn't know what you mean. So I was like, I'm not very good at video games. What can I say? I'm only okay most of the time. Ah. Ow! Ow! That wasn't very nice. That wasn't very nice at all. Oh, wrong screen. Let's see. Hopefully I can get down far enough to catch the big boy. Oh, there's a pike. Oh. Does he, oh, is he interested? Does he want it? Oh, He took a peck at it. Oh, we got him. Oh, this is our big boy. This is the big boy of the stream. We gotta get him. This is our trophy for the stream. Oh my god, he literally flew right into our hands. Come on. He does not want to give up. He is a stubborn boy. You can jump all you want. You're not getting away. Man, he does not want to go out without a fight. Come on. Get tired. Damn. He is stressing me out. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, he's getting tired. That's it. We got him. 3 foot 6 inch, 36 pound northern pike. That, my friends, is a good way to end our streak. Oh my gosh. Nothing better than just absolutely killing it. Look at the campfire in the background. Look at that. This is so beautiful. Hydrate. I got you. I got some Wawa. Let's go. Yummy. 286 for that. We have 972. Well, slap me with a cocktail and call me lucky. Look who's water bagging in the shop. Ooh, holly. Pull up a stool. There's coffee on and minnows missed you. Damn right. Our big goal, our big, like, success would get the Coastal Rambler. Loaded with every bell and whistle, none of them necessary, all of them nice. Not the Loon Chaser. We're going to skip from the Leaky Bucket all the way to the Coastal Rambler. I see that you added Woowa to your wish list on Steam. I was like, I went through my wish list and I was like, you know what? Or not wish list, but I went through my Discovery Queue and I was like, you know what? Maybe I added it because I was like, what if I wanted to do, like, a Woowa story stream? Where I just, like, play Woowa for, like, a few hours. You know what I mean? Oh, we almost have enough for ice water. Ice water. Oh, hi, Cal. How are you? Welcome. Welcome. How's it going? Welcome in. Hey, brother. How's it going? Oh, yeah. There's Woowa on Steam, right? Yeah. There you go. The new story is so good. I gotta play it, maybe. I'm Sleepy. Hi, Sleepy. I'm Raz. Meanwhile, Cal's like immediately looking for Hood to hit. Posture check. My posture is incredible. What are you talking about? No, I'm kidding. I think what we'll do is let's upgrade our rods. So now, no matter what we use, we're going to be perfectly fine. And we've got all of our hooks. Now we just need, in terms of money, we're good. We're good. Got to go bald Hood right now because you said go. You know it. You know it. I'm sleepy. Yeah, I know. I feel that. Like, like, I don't know what I like. I think that, I don't know. I've never had this problem before, but like, once it hits around 6 p.m., I just want to go to sleep and I fucking hate it. And I need to figure out a way to stop it. And I don't know what to do. It's like, it's actually like stressing me out. Can your model go bald? No. Oh, it's so sad. It is what it is. It is what it is. We upgraded the speed of the boat. Actually, before anything else, let's see. How fast does it go? At full speed now. Holy, look how fast we're going. Look at it. It's going fast. No ball toggle? I know. It's okay, though. Look how fast. Holy shit, we're hauling ass. Let's go. The power of upgrading our stuff. Also, thank you for the posture check. My posture is very good. Although I will say, sadly for Cal, we are going to be ending stream here pretty soon. Why? Because it is getting close to being 9 o'clock, and I am old. Where's the Raz that would stay up until 2 a.m., go to work in the morning, and not have an issue and do it again the next day? Where's that Raz? I want him back. I used to be able to go to sleep at like 2 a.m. Well, not 2 a.m., like midnight, and wake up at like 6:30 or whatever. Now it's like, if I don't go to sleep like fucking, where's the music? If I don't go to sleep at like fucking like 10 o'clock, my body is just like, I'm just like exhausted. I know why. I think it's because I quit coffee and stuff, and I have to rely off my natural energy. That's a bit of an L. Just gonna be real. By the way, the news story on WooWa is 7 hours long. Holy shit. I've never played any of the story on WooWa, so that's gonna be a bit of time to catch up, but you know, it is what it is. That said, you know, honestly, love streaming. Very fun. Love doing it with you guys. I will let you guys know how I'm doing on the, because I am thinking of switching around my hours. Or not, sorry, not hours, my days. I'm always going to stream at 7 p.m. But, when, i.e. the days. You know, fuck you guys. Yawn. Yawn no jutsu. If you didn't yawn, you're weird. There you go. Yeah, so it's like, I'm thinking if I, because the thing is with me, if I stream less, I need to be doing more stuff in the background. And honestly, I may end up doing that just because of the fact that, like, to test out, like, well, what if I have way more time in between streams so I can plan stuff, you know? I feel like that's probably going to be the best thing. So we'll see how it goes. And maybe I'll even do a schedule. Who knows? That would be interesting, huh? But yeah, I want to say thank you guys for coming by to stream. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for relaxing. Thank you for having fun. Thank you for everything in between. You guys are amazing. Thank you again, everyone, for checking in. Thank you for, if you haven't already, make sure you get your tuna for Lord Byron. And also thank you, Gio, for the raid. A pleasure and a privilege to have you here as a viewer and a streamer. It's always nice for you being here. And I hope that everyone has a wonderful evening. If not, you will. Against your will. I'm sorry. But I want to say thank you guys for coming by. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I will see you guys very, very soon. There will probably be a stream tomorrow. If there isn't, I will let you guys know. And I think I'll do a schedule, worst case. But until then, take care. Good night and bye-bye.